Picture this. You take a bite of something wonderful and you're overcome with emotion because you suddenly recall the day that you had a tough time in primary school when you didn't get to group with your best friend Xiaoming for the group project. You go home dejected, but when you get home you meet your grandmother and she greets you with a warm hug and some of her delicious food, and in that moment you know that everything will be okay and that the world is actually quite a beautiful place. That is how you'll feel when you take a bite of this beef rendang. So I asked some of my Muslim friends what is the one dish that they must have during Hari Raya, and it seemed like the only iconic dish that everyone could agree on was the beef rendang. And it's not hard to see why. It has a rich history and that's fine and dandy, but seriously, have you tried it? It is insanely good. And today I will try to do the makcik's proud by attempting this legendary dish. So let's get it.
I think it's quite easy to be overwhelmed by the sheer number of ingredients that you need for this. So for simplicity's sake, I'm gonna break it down into 3 main parts. And the first part would be about the spice paste. And for that, we're gonna need 120 grams of fresh chilies, 20 grams of dried chilies, 2 inches of ginger, and 2 inches of galangal. Now, galangal is basically a milder, sweeter version, but you can definitely just use ginger if you don't have that. You also need 1 cup of small red onions as well as 10 cloves of garlic. And lastly, 4 Candlenuts, which I forgot to film here. Now you're gonna want to go ahead with the dried chilies first, just because it will blend easier later on. Then go ahead and add in the rest of the ingredients along with a couple tablespoons of water just to help it along. If you're using a NutriBullet like I am, you might want to add the ingredients in batches and give it a little shake once in a while to help it blend better. And you should get something bright orange like that. In a large Dutch oven, add in 3 tablespoons of neutral cooking oil. And go ahead and fry up your spice paste at medium heat. It should take about 2 to 3 minutes before they get nice and fragrant. At this point, you want to get ready the second portion of your ingredients. As for spices, we have 1 stick of cinnamon, 3 pods of star anise, 4 pods of cardamom, 8 to 10 cloves, and go ahead and fry that up for a minute before adding in your meat.
So you can really use any cut of beef. So I just happen to have a bit of oxtail in the fridge, so we're gonna mix that up with some chuck, which is traditionally used for rendang, just to sort of change things up a bit.
Go ahead and toss all of that in and give it a good mix. Evidently, the bigger your pot, the easier time you'll have. When everything's nice and coated, add in 3 cups of full-fat coconut milk. Please don't f around with that low-fat nonsense.
Full fat only.
And then go ahead and add in your tamarind paste, which you can get by mixing 2 tablespoons of tamarind concentrate with half a cup of hot water. Now it's gonna look a little weird and kinda gross, but trust me, this is flavourtown right here. It's sweet, it's sour, and nothing really tastes quite like it. Just make sure you don't get any seeds in there. Now as for the Kerisik, also known as the toasted coconut paste, you can make a mess by toasting up some grated coconut and then grinding it like I did, or you can use a store-bought version like this. Either way, add in 3 tablespoons of this into your curry and mix it well. Bring it up to a simmer and then turn the heat down to the lowest possible setting before letting it cook for the next 3 hours. Be sure to leave a gap so that the curry can reduce and caramelize. And don't forget to give it a stir once every half an hour or so, just to prevent it from burning. I know that's pretty long, but like all good things, it takes time. Now it should turn from this, to this, and then to this. Now at the 2.5 hour mark, go ahead and give your beef a check. If they are not yet fork tender, go ahead and add in some water or some beef stock and let it continue to stew for 45 minutes or so. This is also the part where you add in the last portion of your ingredients. Go ahead and roll up 6 Kefir lime leaves like a tobacco and then slice them thinly through. Mix them well into your rendang along with 2 tablespoons of palm sugar and let it stew for the remaining time. And you're pretty much done, man. I honestly think the hardest part about this is to resist taking a bite until the very end. Taste for seasoning before you serve and you are good to go.
Hello! So today, instead of just eating by myself again, I will be joined by my beloved friend Ishmam. He's unable to join me today because it is the last day of fasting and he has to be at home. So we are doing this via Zoom.
Hey, thanks man. Thanks for having me, man. I really appreciate it. Yeah, since as you mentioned, today is like the last day of fasting. So it's a tradition for my whole family to be together. But it was very sweet of you to send me these rendangs. Yeah, thanks for that, buddy. I've heated it up and I just ate a date to breakfast. I've been waiting for this.
Oh.
Let's dig it.
Ooh, it's been a hot second, huh? I mean, what do you smell off the bat?
Wow, dude, like smells like some makcik just like dropped some rendang in my house, dude.
Why I think Ishmam is especially like a tough critic is because his mom makes literally some of the best rendang I've ever had. So he would know what a bomb rendang would taste like, which is why his opinion matters a lot to me at the moment. So I really can't wait for you to try. But yeah, dude, let's dig in.
Straight off the right of the bat, I think the meat is super tender. Let's try. Bro, it's really tender. It's really, really tender.
How's it, bro?
Good stuff, bro. It's really, really good. Not too overwhelming in taste. I think it's really integrates with the rice really well, which is the whole point, right? Which is supposed to be the case. Good stuff, bro. As in, It's not really that overwhelming lah. So
okay.
Wow, dude, my mom would love it lah.
Yeah, that would be awesome, man.
Wow, good stuff, bro.
I mean, the point of this kind of cooking is to share that love. I mean, I don't think it's a low effort dish. Just because you do have to sort of stir it once in a while. You know, people do it because you want to share the love, right? In the food.
Dude, personally, I have no clue how to make a rendang. I could surprise my mom, by making this.
You should definitely surprise her. The meat is tender. You can taste the fragrant spices. You get the toasty aroma from the coconut as well as the candle nut, and you get a tang from the tamarind. It's rich, but at the same time, like you said, not very overwhelming. And yeah, dude, I hope you try it. I hope people watching this will try it as well. Hello,
Who's that?
Mom Ray. Hello.
Who's that? Say hi. Not having hiccups lah.
Did you just eat?
Yeah. Bro, he's eyeing the rendangs, dude.
Dude, what a cutie, man.
He's attacking the food, dude. Shit. He like that one, he will just attack.
The man of good taste. Alamak, so cute lah.
Say hi, guys. Hi, friends. Yes.
If you guys enjoyed this video or you learned something, hit the like and subscribe button. Leave a comment in the comment section below about what you guys want to see next. And we will see you next time. Okay?
Anyways, man, thanks for having me. Hopefully,
cheers, buddy.